The Alabama Crimson Tide upset the Georgia Bulldogs in the SEC championship game last season, knocking Georgia out of the playoffs. But Alabama has just the fourth best odds to win the SEC in 2024. Are people sleeping on Alabama? Well, we're going to talk about it, but before we do, I got to tell you about a promotion we have available at wagertalk.com. From now until August 31st, you can get all my football picks. That's college, NFL, and NFL preseason until the end of September for one low price of $249. Why would you be interested in that? Well, over the summer, I've done my homework, and the results have been pretty damn good. We're 41-12, 77% with our college football in August and September, the last two seasons. You throw in NFL and NFL preseason, we're still hitting 75%. You can get that right now at wt.buzz/deals. That is the Wager Talk Deals page. However, you are under no obligation to spend any money. You can feel free to tune in, absorb the free content. The only thing I ask from you is that you take the time to smash that like button, which will allow me to keep on putting out these videos. Let's get into the free pick. Alabama will open the season at home against the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. Bama will be a 31-point favorite. Total sitting at 59.5. The bookmakers are expecting this one to get a little bit pointsy. Alabama is a 12-1 underdog to win the national championship. The Nick Saban era is over, and they've lost a ton of talent from last year's team, most notably their top two running backs, top three wide receivers. Corner Caleb Downs was one of the biggest losses. He went to Ohio State, and they bring in a new coach, Kalen DeBoer, who takes over for Nick Saban. And there's a lot of skeptics that DeBoer is going to be able to step in and do what Saban did with Alabama. But let's look at his resume. I know everybody knows that DeBoer has been a winner throughout his career. Everybody knows he won at Washington. He was 25-3 in just 2 seasons at Washington. But I think what's most interesting to me is what was Washington before he arrived. Because in 2021, Washington was 4-8. And he steps in his very first season with the Huskies, and they're 11-2 in his first year. And then last year, he takes them to the national championship game. I'm a believer in Kalen DeBoer. I think he's going to get this offense humming. I think Jalen Milroe is going to be perhaps better than Michael Penix Jr. when all's said and done, and perhaps a long shot to win the Heisman this year. However, they're playing Western Kentucky in week 1. And Western Kentucky, not really impressive on the defense, but they've got a new quarterback coming over, TJ Finley, previously with LSU and Auburn. So this guy is familiar with the SEC. But last year, he had a big year with Texas State, throwing for 3,439 yards, 24 touchdowns, 8 picks. He added 5 rushing touchdowns. This guy should thrive at Western Kentucky, and this offense should pick up where they left off a few years back when they had guys like Austin Reed and such. Western Kentucky, the last times they've played ranked teams, they lost last year to Ohio State by a score of 63-10. And then back in 2021, they lost by a score of 48-31 against the Michigan State Spartans. Let's look at Alabama's last 2 games against Conference USA opponents. They beat Middle Tennessee 56-7 in week 1 last year, and prior to that, 59-3 over New Mexico State in 2021. Like I said, the bookmakers expect this one to get a little pointsy, and I tend to agree with them. I think this total is going to go over the number. We've got Kalen DeBoer offense with Alabama. They did lose some players on the defense. And with TJ Finley under center for the Hilltoppers, I think they'll get their share as well. So we're going to take over 59.5. If you like this video, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. And if you got anything to say to me, even if it's nasty, hit me up in the comments below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can.